Like, I think.
Let's talk about
it. This guy here.
So first thing first. Let's go ahead and give a big round of applause to the lady from UNC Nation, because boy,
hey, I don't care what you say. Our ladies team, hey, they did the best they could with UConn, and I was proud. They kept it. 20 is close to me. That's keeping it close.
Even in a loss, we still lost better than
most
any
of
other
the
team
teams.
UConn's played in this tournament.
Right.
Because they blew out, who was it? Notre Dame by 25?
Bro. And here's the thing. If they go on and let's say they beat, because I don't know which number one seed they got to play. I think they play in Texas, right? Or they play in UCLA?
They play in South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah. That rematch is back.
I ain't going to lie. Whoever win that game win in the title.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoever win in that game win in the title. I'm calling it now. Whoever win in that game wins the title. I don't think
Texas or UCLA got it. I don't think either one of them got it.
Whoever win that game is winning the title 1,000%. And because my bracket has UConn, I need y'all to come up. And
it's funny, mine got South Carolina on it. So
hey, listen. One of these co-hosts on this show is gonna come back next week as a champion, and the other gonna be salty. Just know that.
One of us gonna get it. And to YouTube's question earlier, speaking on some of the head coaching spots. So I actually got two things. One, YouTube got his money on Texas.
Okay, so now we just all over the place now.
Hey, good. I like this. I like it. I like it.
Somebody coming back next week as a champ.
So far, Nate Oates is out of the running. Nate Oates has just flat out said he's not doing it.
Oh,
he's not leaving Alabama. That's it. Nate Oates is not it. As of right now, the front runners so far as we've heard is Billy Donovan and Lloyd from Arizona.
I've heard Lloyd turn it down.
So here's the thing. So apparently he hasn't officially said no.
I heard in a comment section, I want to say, because it was in his interview, he said he wasn't even thinking about it. Why would he leave Arizona?
I saw that too. But then I saw this today. So an Arizona legend. So what was it?
Don't tell me it was Gilbert Arenas.
No, so Derek Williams, former Arizona Wildcat, is worried that Tommy Lloyd could move on to UNC. I've also been seeing some articles saying that Tommy Lloyd also hasn't just flat out said, I'm not coming to North Carolina. He has said, why would I leave? I'm very skeptical on him leaving because, dude, you're in the Final Four. I don't see why you wouldn't run it back next year with the same squad.
I heard MJ
call Lloyd. Rumor that Michael Jordan has also been kind of recruiting Lloyd over this way. So,
I'm gonna say this: if Lloyd leaves, if Arizona, let's just say Arizona plays devil advocate and goes on to win the title, right? Let's just say that if they win the title and then he leaves to go to North Carolina, not even gonna hold you. That's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild.
So, because to leave your team that you just won a title with, and it's not a bad school, and you just left LeBron James' son to go play for Michael Jordan's alma mater, boy.
So according to Derek Williams, he said UNC is a huge job. I've been seeing multiple sources from different guys of him possibly becoming the new UNC coach. He said he really wants to win this whole thing. Getting to the Final Four is not enough. I believe he wants to stay in the moment and enjoy the run. That's why he hasn't really committed with one way or the other. And he said his Lloyd and the Wildcats for the Final Four, where they will face Michigan. The rumor mill has been busy as ever, especially as the Tar Heels work to narrow their search for the Hubert Davis replacement. Because right now, as far as I know, front runner is Billy Donovan. As far as I know,
I don't think they did. I think they just said, "Yeah, nah, get this man up out of here." I don't think they did. I think they were just like, "Yeah, nah."
Because they also have halted any of the debates on the new arena, on the new Smith Arena coming up. So they've completely stopped all production on that until they get a coach.
If they don't, no, it ain't. You want to know why? because we flat out said.
That's why I say Lloyd wanted it before Davis got it, but I don't see him leaving if he wins at all. I don't either. I don't see him winning even if he loses now.
I can see it if the money's right.
I don't think the money's going to be right.
I'm just saying, if the money is right and is enough, I can see him doing it. Only difference is, I think, in terms of like cost of living, you can probably make that money stretch further out in Arizona than you can out in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think the taxes are better over here.
But it's North Carolina. They ain't nearly as much out in Arizona outside of like once you're in Glendale and Phoenix, it's like you ain't doing much. So you ain't gotta spend as much.
You're true. Also, Scott Forbes for baseball got an extension too.
Oh, nice.
So congrats to Scott Forbes on that too.
Gotta pay him.
Gotta pay him out. And HD, that's true.
Dang, do we gotta pay out HD after firing him?
Yeah. We gotta pay out that contract. It's not a huge amount though.
Still,
compared to some coaches.
Still,
because the man only had a salary of $5 million a year.
Still, I don't like paying out trash. I hated it when Carolina had to do it with Matt Rule. Like, I hated the fact that we bought that man's contract out, then had to pay him out once we fired him.
I mean, that was a big contract though. Like I said, Hubert Davis was only making $5 million.
I get it. I still hated it because I still hated it.
And so, and you trying to renovate or rebuild a stadium. But like I said, they've completely halted all of the stadium talk until they get a coach. So they're not talking about renovations. They're not talking about rebuilding. They're not talking about none of that until a new coach gets in for the basketball team.
I mean, if I had to, odd timing. Honestly, it's only odd timing because Hubert Davis just let his season get progressively worse and didn't make adjustments. That's genuinely why this is now odd timing.
Right. And then on top of that, you know, Dusty May from Michigan was also on that list. I don't see Dusty May doing it either. Because even according to Jeff Goodman with Sports Illustrated, he said, my sources have told me it's unlikely Dusty May takes it. I'm not going to say there's no chance, but I've said before, Dusty May is very happy at Michigan. To me, it falls to Tommy Lloyd being the guy at the top of the list. Arizona doesn't have the money like people think. The other part is, how happy is Lloyd with the administration, and does he want to travel across the country?
Good.
And
question.
The reason why they think there's all signs are pointing towards it being Lloyd, first thing was his comment saying, you know, the sun may be shining on this team and me coaching it right now, but when it's shining on you, you got to fight to protect it and build it. So that's what I feel like my number one responsibility is, to fight to protect the program and fight to build it for those who came before me and for those that are going to follow after me. Because you know what? Arizona is going to have another good coach after me. I promise you, this place is special. I said the 51-year-old head coach said this during a post-game press conference following Arizona's win over Purdue. There were several red flags in this quote from Arizona's fan perspective, but the most alarming one may be Arizona is going to have another good coach after me. So,
what's his ties to
speculate?
What's his ties to Dean Smith? He said, "What's his ties?"
But you know, they're looking outside of the UNC family, so they're not trying to bring another family member in the head coach right now. We
tried to keep it in the family, and look what happened. Nah. So speaking of May, this is a quick side note. And speaking of May, so you know, former quarterback at UNC, Drake May, right? This is just a quick funny side note. Apparently, him and his family are launching a new foundation, like a nonprofit. The name is killing me, bro. No pun intended when I say this.
Foundation.
The Mayday Foundation. Like I needed y'all to go back and work on. I need y'all to workshop that. I need y'all to go workshop that one.
They did. That's what they came up with.
No, go back. Y'all got to run this outside of everybody,
Nah.
just in the family, because that ain't it, bro. The Mayday Foundation. Mayday! Ah! I just think of Patrick from SpongeBob sitting there when he had Squidward and like he had Squidward in that pickle. He's like, fighter pilot. Doo, 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 doo. And then here comes a giant fist. Patrick, wait.
Patrick, wait.
I'm a child. I'm a child in my head, bro. I don't care.
Listen, bro.
I keep hearing he has ties to Dean Smith. Well, let's do a quick Googles. Do it.
I mean, he might.
And what's Lloyd's first name again?
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy Lloyd.
And then they're saying if if we miss out on Tommy Lloyd or Billy Donovan, well, I mean, we still go with Ben McCollum out of Iowa, still go with Grant McCasland out of Texas Tech, Mark Byington out of Vanderbilt.
Okay. So here it's like Tommy Lloyd is a top candidate for UNC's job with ties to Dean Smith's legacy being thematic rather than direct. Lloyd, a successful Gonzaga assistant turned elite Arizona coach, previously modeled his career longevity after UNC's Bill Guthridge, a loyal assistant to Dean Smith. So basically, he modeled his game from a tie to Dean Smith. From one of these.
Texas basketball isn't as big as UNC basketball is in North Carolina. Most college basketball fans aren't that hype on Texas. I mean, yeah, if it ain't a football, ain't nobody talking about it. If it ain't football or baseball, ain't nobody talking about it in Texas.
I'll say Texas ain't really talked about basketball players like that since Kevin Durant.
Like Texas basketball could go out and win 2 national championships in basketball, and they still be like, "Hey, I'm unimpressed."
They probably would say that they lucked into that run. Be like, all right, who got injured? Who got injured?
Like, all right, which teams got hurt? Because there ain't no way we win no basketball.
It's like we ain't win no basketball. We play football around here.
Football around these parks.
So you know the old oh my God, English is stupid. You know the old adage that football is the number one producer of basketball players?
Yeah.
If that's the case, wouldn't Texas have like some of the best basketball players?
Yeah, they all ended up playing football.
No. So the adage is like when you get rocked in football, you quit and play basketball. So by that logic, because everybody says Texas has the best football players, wouldn't they have knocked enough guys to have some great basketball players too?
They all transferred.
Wow. I hate you. I hate you. Couldn't give me 2 seconds ago with the bit. They all transferred.
They all transferred. You know what else you hate? Caleb Wilson declaring for the draft. I hate that.
I was hoping. Tell you, when I saw that, this was my reaction.
Nani?
I was hurt. I was sad.
This was mine.
He said, Texas basketball just needs to win a title, just like UNC football. Then the respect will come. Honestly, I think they'd have to win 2. Because I think
they'd have to win multiple. So we got a 4-star running back. Yeah, I just saw that we were looking at a 4-star running back for the 2027 class.
I mean, I saw we got a 3-star linebacker today. I ain't seen no running back.
We gained from Isaiah Stevens out of Arkansas.
Oh. Nice.
Yep, Sheridan, Arkansas committed Saturday. 5'7", 170 pounds, number 3 prospect out of Arkansas, 77th best running back nationally, 2,000 yards from scrimmage, 25 touchdowns, 1,400 yards rushing, 21 touchdowns, averaging 7 yards a carry, 48 receptions and 619 yards through the air with 4 touchdowns there.
Nice.
And he actually regressed as a junior.
Oh, that doesn't make me Feel good.
Because his sophomore year, he put up 2,400 scrimmage yards, 1,500 rushing yards, 21 touchdowns, 7.74 yards a carry, 61 receptions, and 911 yards through the air and 9 touchdowns. He's also a track star that runs a 10.8300 and a 22.3 200 meter. Both very good numbers.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah, so we got some. We about to have some speed in the backfield coming in here.
Wow.
So it's gonna be nice to see him.
So
be
with
nice to see
Caleb,
that one right there.